What is up, you guys? Today I'm going to be sharing my Amazon wish list as a 4th year, 3rd grade teacher. I know going into my first year of teaching, it was so comforting to be able to watch these types of videos and get clarity on what kinds of things I would actually need in my classroom. And that's why I wanted to share this. I will put the link to my wish list down below so you can have the links to all the individual products. I'm literally just going to scroll through my list on my phone and share what the product is and why I want to use it. So first up, we have LED puck lights. I want these to use as voice level monitors. I saw the idea on Pinterest and it is so cute. You make labels that say voice level 1, voice level 2, voice level 3 and explain what those mean. And then you put puck lights by each one, and whichever light is lit up is the voice level that the student should be at. So I feel like it is a great visual for students to have of what voice level they should be at during each part of the day. Next, I have Jolly Ranchers, Skittles, and Airheads. I love to give out candy as a quick little reward or incentive for students who are on task and following directions. Then I got microfiber shag whiteboard erasers. It's just personal preference. Then I have a 24-port charging station. Charging iPads last year was my biggest nightmare. I'm hoping using this 24-port charger, everybody will have a place to charge their iPad, and hopefully it will help us keep track of our chargers. Next, I got a simple 24-pack of black folders. These will be my students' take-home folders. I like to have something physical that I can send to and from home just to ensure parents are receiving updates. Next, I have tons and tons and tons of books I am requesting for my classroom library. I feel like one thing I learned last year teaching an upper grade, your library supply should always be being refreshed. And honey, let me tell you, we're gonna make sure that my library is refreshed going into this school year and hopefully throughout the year as well. I got Judy Moody books, The Babysitter's Club, Dog Man, Flat Stanley, My Weird School, Bad Guys. Those all come in big boxes of chapter books. So the series comes in a set or a good chunk of books from the series. You're kind of getting more bang for your buck that way instead of buying each chapter book individually. And then I got your typical cheesy teacher books, a letter from your teacher on the first day of school, a letter from your teacher on the last day of school, and Our Class as a Family, as well as the On Strike book series. Next up is outdoor recess toys. I kind of slacked in this area last year and my students were always a little bit jealous of the other teachers who brought out a ton of toys, but I got some colorful bouncy balls, a pop and catch game, and toss and catch. Then I have happy birthday hats. Birthdays was something I focused on heavily in my first couple years, and last year didn't do as much. So this year I really want to incorporate celebrating students' birthdays and giving them a little something on their special day. Next, I got flexible seating yoga ball chairs. This again is definitely personal preference. I've talked to teachers who love flexible seating and are all for it, and then I've also talked to teachers who are like, absolutely not, that is not entering into my classroom. I feel like I'm a mix of both, but I wanted the flexible seating option as something students could work towards or earn for our behaviors, or maybe like a fun reading day or fun Friday. It's not something I'm going to keep out all the time, but it is something I want to implement as a treat for students. Then for indoor recess, I got the magnetic building tiles. Sometimes indoor recess can get a little bit boring, and that's coming from me as the teacher, so I wanted something that I could have my students do inside that wasn't as crazy as throwing balls around, playing tag. You know, we want to keep it safe. We want to keep it safe. Then I got 408 pieces of adhesive tacky sticky putty. You guys, it was a lifesaver last year. I had walls that you could not staple into, and the sticky putty was about the only thing that would hold up anything on those walls for any amount of time. I got myself the sticky easel pads from Post-it. I love these to make anchor charts and post reminders around the classroom. And then we have some basic things. I got some Sharpies, tape, double-sided tape. You really can never have too much of those basic things. You think you might have enough, but trust me, you're gonna need more. So it definitely helps to put it on your wish list. I got a 12-pack of black book and binder holders. I'm not sure how I'm gonna utilize these this year, but I know I want some to help with organization around the room. Then I got the 10-drawer multi-purpose rolling cart. I have wanted one of these since I started teaching, and this year I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put it on my list. We'll see what happens. I love when teachers have their copies organized by the day, organized by what is graded versus what isn't graded, what needs to get made copies of. That just scratches my part type A brain so good, and I really want to try to be better organized with those type of things this year. Then I got Band-Aids, always a must. Post-it notes. I added a small group management pocket chart that has the little cards that you can write on for who's in what group and what they should be working on during small group time. I really got in my zone with small group rotations at the end of last school year, and so now I just want to focus on how I can make them better and more organized and enjoyable for the students as well. I got 24 LCD writing tablets to use during math and reading small groups. I love writing on them. As soon as I got the package, I opened it up and was writing all over it. It's just a fun way to get students to share their work and their thought processes, but also making it fun where they're not just writing on pencil and paper. I got name tags for my students because listen, I don't care what anybody says, teachers need name tags more than students need name tags on the desk, okay? Especially that first week when I am trying to learn everybody's name. Name tags on a desk is essential. I need to see the name. I'm a visual person, okay? Then I got grading stamps. So many of my teacher friends had these last year, and I was so jealous how they were just able to pop a stamp on and be done. So I decided we're gonna invest in some this year, and I'm honestly so excited to use them. Now they need to invent grading stamps that have fun smells, like the smelly markers, because then my life would really be complete. We got disinfecting wipes, of course. You can never have too many of those as a teacher. I got the flip calendar set up, so it's a magnetic piece that sticks to your whiteboard. You can just flip the day, the month, the year, and to me, I feel like that would be so much easier than writing down a new date every single day. Next, I have a rolling cart on my list. I got this cart because I saw so many of my teacher friends last year have these carts, and you actually use them way more than you think you would. And I'm moving schools this summer, so I knew I would need something to help me carry all of my things to and from. Next on my list is a set of 6 small group table stools. Mine lasted me 2 years and then ended up breaking, so I needed new ones for this upcoming school year. Next, I have thermal laminating pouches. One of the best investments my aunt told me to get as a first year teacher was your own personal laminator, and let me tell you, that thing has saved my behind more times than I can count. It is absolutely worth the investment as a first year teacher to get your own personal laminator and laminating sheets. Then I got a classroom doorbell. This is great for catching students' attention. Mine broke last school year, so I needed a new one, but I absolutely loved using the doorbell. Then I got the reward classroom management jar where you just put stars in the jar every time you see behaviors that you like. I am such a visual person, and I love giving the students visuals so they are able to see their progress, and I really loved the idea of being able to fill up the jar, see that progress, and then get a reward once that jar is filled. Then I just got little teacher mail notes. I really want to focus more on communicating with parents about the things that their students do throughout the day, even just the little things. But I feel like there's so many times where I am so impressed by a student and how kind they were or how big their heart was in a tough moment. And I feel like sometimes we don't, or at least me personally, I'm not gonna say we and group teachers together, but I don't always take the time to let parents know those kind of things that I'm seeing. And so this year I really want to focus on that. Then I got a clock bulletin board kit to help students learn how to tell time. What I'm actually gonna do is put the pieces around our regular classroom clock so it's something that they see all of the time, so they can start familiarizing themselves with that at the beginning of the year, because time can be a really tricky thing for students to learn, especially now that we are using Apple Watches and phones to tell time and digital clocks instead of regular watches. Then the last thing on my wish list is colorful dry erase dot circles. So you are able to write on the dot circles. This is another thing I love to utilize at my small group table, and it also kind of solidifies a student having their own space at my small group table during that small group time. They know they stay in their little area with their circle, and I really loved using them last year, and mine kind of got tore up, so I needed some new ones for this year. I hope this video is helpful to those who might be setting up their classroom for the first time, or those who might be looking for inspirations for other things that other teachers do in their classroom and other supplies that they use. If I missed anything that's on your list that you cannot live without in your classroom, comment it down below, let us know, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon.